That's not a
Finally, guys, the wrestling episode. This one means a lot to me, man. Right off the bat, this episode is actually the first time this title card is nighttime themed. Before this, it's only been midday or sunset. A nice little change of atmosphere, especially for the tone of this episode.
How could you possibly think punching a blood polyp was a good idea?
Okay, so I looked up what a blood polyp was, and it's really gross. These writers like to be so inappropriate sometimes, man. Oh, that's Steven. Covered in colon and uterus sacs. Also, just note how much Pearl and Amethyst argue in these early episodes. Something we'll see quite a bit in the background as it starts to boil over later in the series. It's cool that these details are consistent throughout the whole story. And this situation kind of has all parties just in the wrong. True, maybe Amethyst shouldn't have been so reckless, considering Steven is now like going along on missions, which would call for more responsibility. But Pearl being upset by a tiny piece of gunk on her, although in line with her character and used for comedic purposes, also makes us feel as if she's being a bit irrational. To be fair, it is a blood polyp, so...
It's not so bad once you get used to it.
See? He likes it.
Okay, random Pearl serving moment. Anyway, so this is honestly one of my favorite openings in the whole show. You immediately get sucked into this world and how these characters act with each other within these interactions. All the while, Rose is lingering in the background, her eyes mysteriously covered.
So childish!
Yeah, don't forget, reckless, vulgar, loudmouthed. That's just what makes me so awesome! Right, Garnet?
As Amethyst lists off these nicknames, it makes you think of the many arguments these two have gone through throughout the entire 1,000-something-year friendship they have. This little moment of her fleeing to the leader of the Crystal Gems, to Garnet for validation, it's sad knowing she once did that all those years ago when she met Rose.
Rose said, I'm perfect the way I am.
And in this moment of desperation, Garnet does not give her the same answer as Rose.
Amethyst, you are a crystal gem. You need to act like it.
Fine.
There's a brilliant sort of energy in this scene, like a sort of no one won type of energy. It's usual comedic banter between these two characters that slowly escalates into an actual heated argument.
I think we really got through to her. Right, Garnet?
And Pearl, thinking she's on the right and on the same maturity field as Garnet, helplessly follows along for validation. It makes these characters feel like a true family while they all act incredibly in line within their own characters. And all the while, within this chaos, they neglect Steven, who fell asleep in blood polyps. Oh my god.
Amethyst?
Steven, could you do that the whole time? Did you want to be in the blood polyps? You dog. So Amethyst runs into what seems to be an abandoned salt factory. Looks like Ronaldo has been here as well. But then we hear a sound effect we've heard in a previous episode, Amethyst's shapeshift ability. And as Steven peers into this factory, he finds an entire underground rustling ring. Or a square. Why do they call it a ring when it's a square? Real rustling has a ring. Just remember that, kids.
You're about to see the Purple Puma. Is the single most hated wrestler in Beach City Underground's history.
This is also the third Mr. Smiley cameo in a row. Damn. So also note the fact that Mr. Smiley talks about Purple Puma being the most hated rustler in Beach City Underground history. Why did he say it like that? I don't know. But Amethyst quite literally consumes this hatred. She enjoys being a heel or a villain in the universe of wrestling. We also see Lars and Sadie in the crowd. That's cute. I'm honestly surprised not to see the cool kids here. Is wrestling not cool to you guys or something? What is it, the singlets? They're awesome. Yeah, Amethyst is wearing the ones that used to show you nipples. And those ones were even cooler.
The Loch Ness Blobster.
I'm, going to end your reign of terror!
This isn't the first time these guys would fight, but it pretty much goes like this for round 2 as well. I love the anatomy of Purple Puma. You can tell the artist had a lot of fun messing with this crazy physique in what is usually a pretty cow art style, you know? Damn, y'all really are like siblings. Y'all are like always tussling. So Steven is like, are you a secret wrestler? And Amethyst is like, yeah. And Steven's like, that shit is so cool.
In the ring, nobody can tell me what to do. And if they try, I hit them in the face with a chair.
And people like that?
like it. They love it. Well, they hate it, but it's all part of the fun, you know?
So we can see that Amethyst uses wrestling as some sort of outlet for herself, to perhaps finally receive some authority that she doesn't receive elsewhere.
You don't know what it's like having Pearl and Garnet on your back all the time.
Are you kidding me? Oh, Steven, I told you before not to take peanut butter on missions. I'm not going to say anything, but I expect you to understand that was wrong.
And I like this twist in the direction for the story too. Instead of Steven predictably dismissing this outlet, he eagerly wants to join it. It levels Steven and Amethyst as a sort of pair within the Crystal Gems. They are the two youngest, the two born fighting for a war they never participated in.
Let me be a wrestler with you. I'm so stifled!
And what interesting verbiage Steven uses here. Stifled, to be smothered, suppressed, or held back. Yes, Steven wants to spend time with Amethyst and share an outlet from being micromanaged by the other gems, but is this also implying how much Steven holds back his strength? I mean, even as a kid, we've seen his diamond powers allow him to pull big feats, and growing up around such violent environments very much explains Steven's habits later in future. He's a product of the environment he was raised in. In fact, if we want to look super into it, this could even be like a metaphor for Rose. I mean, there's like a little cat motif, just like we saw back in Laser Light Cannon. Like, this mask is changing her whole identity for her own self and her own emotional outlet. But anyway, Steven is building his wrestling persona, or should I say, fursona, which, like, good Steven. The other one might have been like culturally inappropriate. And then Steven puts margarine in his hair. I'm like really surprised his curls weren't destroyed after this.
Presenting Tiger Millionaire! Rich feline industrialist from Jungle Island. Once the single child of the wealthy tiger family, he clawed out his own destiny, making money in the coconut mines.
Okay, let me get this straight, Steven. So your fursona was born rich. He's from Jungle Island, and he exploits underclass tigers to do his work. Steven, your wrestling persona is kind of a piece of shit. Wait, is that the whole point?
What's your backstory?
Pumas are cool.
Holy shit. All right, y'all, it's time for the kitty pair to face their first opponent.
Two local heroes in the ring tonight. They build hospitals for the sick, and they build muscles that look slick. Give it up for Concrete Heat and Chunk Troy!
Wait, okay, so these guys are like the good guy wrestlers. I feel Amethyst and Steven being a heel is partly derivative of Amethyst wanting to consume this hatred, right? But I also wonder if it's indicating any underlying themes about the gems being evil in some sort of way.
That little guy's gonna get creamed.
What?
From here, he kind of looks like Steven.
Yeah, right.
Oh, what's next, Sadie? You're gonna tell me the blogster is Ronaldo?
Steven, wait. I'm just using you to get the tag team belt. I'll do all the actual fighting.
Do I still get to wear the costume?
I don't care.
Okay.
Steven feels so innocent in these early episodes. Like, he truly acts just like a little brother here. Amethyst is basically unplugging his controller and pretending to let him play. But then they actually get the jump on Purple Puma. Oh, damn. Concrete Heat, that was impressive.
Anything goes in wrestling.
It does?
Oh, yes, it does!
Looks like this tiger's gotta turn cheetah. Hey, Chunk Truck! I'll give you $1 million jungle bucks to throw the mat!
So I feel like we can see the optics of the episode pretty much at play here by now. Steven just enjoys playing pretend and spending time with Amethyst, while also letting off some steam himself due to the smuggling of the other gems. While Amethyst genuinely uses this place as an outlet for her self-hatred and her insecure feelings of being on the bottom of the totem pole.
Now, I'm the worst crystal gem.
What?
She gets to disappear as she just totally beats on, like, Boy in the Band? What the hell? Okay, looks like Ronaldo gave up his wrestling career after that match. Probably for the best. Also, who is this queen? And now we get this cool comic book style montage of Steven and Amethyst making their way to the championships. You got them beating on Freckle guys, Cowboy guy, Shark guy, Clown guy, like Orange Singlet guy. All the while, Pearl and Garnet are slowly confronted with more clues as to what Amethyst and Steven are really up to. This episode is really sweet since, especially in Steven Universe Future, like when Steven gets violent, it's like low-key kind of scary. It's not like cute like this. But still, he's half diamond. Like he's probably beating on these guys pretty hard. Like, these are grown men Steven's easily throwing around, considering the fact that, you know, they're not faking. Because wrestling's not fake. Steven gets up and throws his tie into the crowd where Lars catches it, being one of Tiger Millionaire's biggest fans. Kind of reminds me of like the Flash and Peter Parker and like how Flash loves Spider-Man but, you know, hates Peter Parker. Also know how Sadie looks bored until she notices Lars getting excited. That's so cute. Alright guys, it's the next night. Let's see who they're fighting. Oh my god, Sadie's got little whiskers on. That's so cute. But before this match starts, here's where Steven takes it too far. Mr. Smiley starts the night out explaining how there's a record-breaking heat. Look, he's like all sweaty and stuff. And that's when Tiger Millionaire strikes. When there is a demand, he will deplete that demand. because he is evil. But Lars and Sadie, they like evil.
Tiger! Hey, Tiger! Would you sign this? It'd be so rad!
You couldn't afford it!
Whoa! Never thought I'd live to see the day when a contender turned on his own fans.
Oh my God, Steven! This is worse than the Rizzler This is worse than when the Rizzler was pushed down. I saw that on my TikTok.
I thought we were just having fun!
Tiger Millionaire, you are the cruelest creature on the planet.
Damn, Steven, everyone's like low-key really pissed at you. Like even the extra that shows up in the final seconds of Steven Universe Future is pissed. And then the next day, Steven is posted up like a mob boss in his bed, shrouded in guilt.
Amethyst, am I the cruelest creature on the planet?
Low-key, like, a little bit technically, yeah.
Oh, Steven. Those are just words people use to describe how they feel about you.
And now we get to learn more about how Amethyst truly internalizes her feelings, and why she may actually be doing this whole wrestling thing in the first place.
Listen, Steven. You can't let anyone make you feel like garbage.
Is that how you feel?
I only feel how I want to feel.
But never mind that, because we made it to the Tag Team Championship! Woo!
What the fuck?
It looks like Tiger Millionaire and Purple Puma are facing off Dashing Dave Duber and Handsome Hank Hackelschmidt. But those names are way too long, so I'm just gonna call them Twink and Bear. Damn, Beach City got their own custom belt, that's cool. It's even got like the seagull on it and everything.
The ruthless kings of the jungle, they'll eat your kids and fire your parents.
Mr. Smiley? How much did you know? So Purple Puma is enjoying the fight as always, but Tiger Millionaire, let's just say he doesn't look like $1 million.
Man, people are really hating on Tiger M.
He's awful because he hurt me specifically.
And just as Amethyst hops in the ring to face Twink and Bear, a true wrestling twist conspires. Also, I like how Mr. Smiley's just like in shorts.
Pearl, Garnet!
What are you doing?
What are we doing? What is this?
I thought we could use some promotion.
And now after being the most hated wrestler, Steven is now going to be the reason Amethyst gets caught, as well as wrestling being canceled.
This match is canceled.
What? Why?
Why? I can't believe you've been sneaking off to this circus of violence.
Hey, okay, the only two people who's been in war in this room is you and Garnet. And maybe that guy.
You! Using your gem powers on humans.
It's not enough that you're on my case all the time. You have to ruin this for me, too.
So we could have guessed, but this gives us a clear indication that gems are much stronger than humans. Like Thrag versus Mark level of strength. Amethyst using these powers against humans is considered immoral to the other gems. Which I guess makes sense considering they like left their entire planet to protect humans. So, what are you gonna do?
Steven, Amethyst,
What?
go back to the temple.
I don't wanna!
Then suddenly Amethyst pushes Garnet, a stark contrast to how she reacted at the beginning of the episode. Truly at a culmination of her feelings of inadequacy and anger. Even Twink and Bear are like, oh shit, that was crazy. And in the midst of this episode, we receive something we were never expecting. Our first pure gem versus gem battle. And it's between the crystal gems. Amethyst bear hugs Garnet, squeezing her, yet we can tell Garnet is just more powerful than Amethyst. Tossing her around the entire stage and showing us the true reality of a gem's strength, as well as why Garnet, like, naturally became the leader after Rose died. And as the entire stage jumps from one punch, the mic rolls over to Steven, and he gets the chance to speak. In this circle of violence, Steven is handed the ability to just talk.
I want to tell you Purple Puma's backstory. He was the wildest cat in the jungle. So wild, the other cats couldn't take it. So he, went to look for somewhere he fit in. Somewhere with other people who felt misunderstood.
That really sounds like Steven.
Steven displays emotional maturity in not only being able to intertwine this wrestling story to allow the fans and participants to not break the immersion, but at the same time truly understand why Amethyst uses wrestling as an outlet for herself, and explain that to Garnet and Pearl within the lines of this speech.
That's why we're all here, to be wild and free.
Steven also listens to Snoop Dogg.
And body slam each other, and wear cool costumes, and make up nicknames. So can't we just have this? Can't we just wrestle?
No, because we are the notorious Order of wrestling haters.
And in the end, Garnet decides to let Amethyst have this for herself, understanding this is something she may just need. And due to Steven ironically continuing this circle of violence through words, Garnet and Pearl play along, just like how Steven would use his words at the very end of this season to end a circle of violence with White Diamond.
You gotta say wrestling! Come on! Tiger! Puma! Tiger!
You know Sadie got the ick, but she was the one that probably gave Lars the marker to change his sign. Also, Mr. Smiley calling Garnet Mr. Square is just so funny.
And they've taken down Captain Square.
Wait, Bear, Twink, what are you guys doing? They're letting Steven get the belt? Holy cow!
Oh, they're actually helping Tiger up. He's climbing and...
Sorry.
Same here.
This is a really sweet moment between the gems, allowing them to grow closer, all caused by Steven. Steven managed to let Amethyst open up. Steven is the one who got them caught, and Steven was the one who was able to talk their way through it. This is Steven's first time using his words to sway the gems in a more mature direction that snowballs until the end of the series.
Tiger and Puma have won the championship and saved wrestling.
Lars, I'm really confused.
I love you, Tiger Millionaire.
The show really isn't talked about enough for how funny it is, dude. And there we go, Tiger Millionaire. The episode that shows us the true strength of the gems, as well as a really nice insight into Amethyst and Steven's character, who arguably has the closest relationship with Steven in this series. I love how Steven just personally connects with Amethyst first. It just makes sense considering how similar of a boat they're both in. The Earth is their home, they're in a war they never started, they are considered wrong. And we get to see this connection first grow in this sick-ass wrestling episode. If y'all enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe, and just thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. Wasn't the thumbnail so good for this one, guys? I worked so hard on it. I think it looks so good. But yeah, anyway, I have a YouTube and Patreon membership if you guys want to support me there for $5 a month. Here's the people that are supporting me now. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is honestly such a testament of an episode that shows how, you know, important these early episodes are for characterization. Next episode we get to meet Lion, guys, so look forward to that. Okay, that's it. Bye bye.